morning, good afternoon, good day. It's Roger Roadside here, back with another video. I've just got loads to talk about today. You know, I've just had a bag of crisps and a can of Monster, and I'm feeling good. That will only last for about 45 seconds, and then I will crash heavily. So I just thought I'd do a video just to get myself through this good period while I can. But listen, are we stuck with Starmer? You know, are we stuck with him? Because there doesn't really seem to be anyone else coming out of the woodwork, putting their hand up, saying, listen, we all know this guy's stuffed. We all know that we're stuffed. But, you know, if we've got a chance to try to turn it around, now is the time. And I'm going to put my bloody hand up for it. No one seems to be doing that. And I wonder whether that's because either they believe it's a poison chalice, like it's sort of one of those things where there's so much disregard, or there's so much unrest in the community about the Labour government, that anyone, even if you were potentially the best Prime Minister in the world, if you came in to take over Starmer, I don't think anyone's saving this current situation, even if you had the full 3 years before we can do another election. So therefore, are you coming into a role where you know you're only going to be there temporarily, and you're only essentially going to be a caretaker? Or do you bide your time? Do you say, do you know what, I think I could be a bloody good Prime Minister. I don't think now's a good time to put me hand above the pulpit. I think we'll lose the next election. But then, just like the Conservatives have done, you know, for as much as, you know, Conservatives were an absolute bad taste in the mouth of a lot of people in the marketplace, in society. With Kemi Badenoch, you know, the right person, you know, firing off questions and challenging the PM. Is there a potential chance that if you were to lose power in the next election, but then try to give a bloody good 4 years of keeping the screws on the, you know, on that winning party, would you give yourself a chance of being, you know, put in to be the Prime Minister in the next cycle? So I guess that's the question that, you know, a lot of politicians that sort of back themselves are probably asking themselves at the moment. So I kind of think that the reality is that no one in the party really likes Starmer anymore. No one in the party probably really likes his toing and froing, his U-turns, his really crappy delivery of speeches. He just doesn't instill any sort of leadership or hold any gravitas or anything of the like. I think everyone knows he's a bit of a dead man walking, but I just don't think that anyone is really asked about challenging him, because they just, you know, as I would see it, I'd see it as being a poison chalice. I think Starmer's just casted so much of a shadow of shitness that you would forever be covered in that shadow of shit, up until, you know, whether it be Reform, whether it be the Conservatives, or whether it be, you know, this bloody Restore Britain thing that's just come out of the woodwork. But yeah, it kind of leaves me with a situation where I can just go, I think we're going to be stuck with Starmer for the rest of the bloody term. And part of me is upset about that, because part of me sort of goes, do you know what? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you've got someone in charge that you know is not fit for the job. You know, like, you know, the general consensus, to the best of my ability, from what I could tell, there's a lot more people that just don't rate him and think the same way, that he's just not fit for purpose. However, we have to potentially put up with him for 3 years, and it just doesn't make sense. If it was a business, or if it was something like that, if someone wasn't doing their job and they'd repeatedly, you know, shown examples of where they'd stuffed up, they'd be out in a minute. But with politicians, it's kind of like, oh well, we can't really do anything about it, so we'll just have to stick with it, really. And failing that, we can always put someone else in as the Prime Minister. Who do you want? You want Ed Miliband? You want Rachel Reeves? Who would you like? Don't really have anyone else other than them. We've got what's his name? The younger guy. I can't remember his name, but the other guy. It's just a joke, really. But what are your thoughts? Get your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. It means that I can call home and I can speak to my mum and I can say, listen, Mum, I'm really making it as a YouTube star, and I've really got a load of people behind me now. I think I've got like 70 people. That's 70. If that was in real life, 70 people following me around all day, every day, like that's pretty. That'd be pretty full on, and I'm thankful for it. And it'd be a bloody lot of people. But listen, if you like the content, if you want to support the channel, please make sure you subscribe. It really helps me out. Make sure you get these comments below. I'd love to hear what you think, and like the video, share it, tell your mum about it, because I'm sure your mum would probably want to listen and watch these videos, even if she doesn't know how to work a computer. Just bloody put your phone in front of her and just say, here, Mum, listen to this. And watch it too if you want. I mean, it's basically just him driving around. There's not really much to watching it. You can just listen to it if you want. He's got nice sort of subtle Australian tones, a bit of nice rich timbre in his voice. But yeah, that'll be lovely. Listen, hope you're having a good day, and this is Roger Roadside saying be good to your mum. All right, ciao.